The importance of your personal story. The more influence you can create with your Facebook page, the more free traffic you will drive to your website. So you need to aim to be as big an influencer as you can. To kick this off really well, you need a convincing personal story. If you don't have a good backstory, then your influence will be extremely limited. It doesn't matter if the Facebook page is about your business or you as an individual. There's always a good backstory you can add. When you are coming up with ideas for your personal story, have the zero to hero approach uppermost in your mind. Zero to hero story. People really like a rags to riches backstory. You only had $2 in your pocket and the rent was due. Living in your car for a while was the only option. You tried so many times to be successful online and it wasn't happening for you. You spent all you had in training courses, but it still wasn't working. Your family thought that you were mad and tried to persuade you to get a job. You get the idea, right? What all of these things tell your visitors is that you were nobody and had nothing when you first started out. They will be encouraged by this and it will give them hope that you have the answers to their questions. They will want to know what you did to make it work. What mindset changes did you have to make? What people did you have to connect with? What methods did you use to become successful? There are many more questions that you can answer when you have a compelling zero to hero personal story. Prepare your story. Okay, now it is time for you to prepare your story. We're not recommending that you are dishonest here, but you do want to paint the most desperate picture that you can with your story. Maybe you had a job that gave you a comfortable life, but inside you were miserable because you wanted to create your own destiny. There are a number of ways that you can make your personal story really impactful. The best way to start is to write down your struggle and how you got started. Commit this to your memory so that you can always tell the same story on your website, your Facebook page, and in real life too. Provide as much detail as you can in your story. Add in some high points, in other words, making your first sale online, and plenty of low points. In other words, you tried several different methods and none of them worked out, or you had to take a menial job just to pay the bills while you were figuring it all out. Show your visitors you are still human. One of the dangers of becoming successful is that you lose touch with who you are. This is not something that you want to do on your Facebook page or anywhere else for that matter. You do not want your visitors to think that you are aloof and unapproachable. A lot of marketers make this mistake. Don't add photos to your profile of your fancy cars and your fancy home. Some people will tell you that this is all part of showing your visitors what is possible. This is true to an extent, but if you overdo it, then you will just drive people away. If your visitors cannot resonate with you, then you will never get them on board. If it is well known that you are a marketing genius, for example, then don't brag about that in any way. People will be unable to identify with that. It is best to stay humble and remember your roots, no matter how successful you are now. Explain your journey in detail. Talk about the time that you had nothing or had not experienced any success all the way to that present day. Tell your visitors that if a nobody like you can do it, then they can do it too. Always remember that people will conduct further research on you to check you out. So your story needs to be consistent on all of your channels. Your website, your LinkedIn profile, your YouTube channel, and other social profiles. This is a good thing because it shows that the visitor is interested in getting to know you more. They want to be sure that you are the genuine article and not some internet fraudster. So ensure that there is consistency in all of your public profiles. If one of your other channels has a personal story that conflicts with your Facebook page story, then you will be in trouble. So take the time to check everything out and make any necessary changes. Your personal story really is critical to your influencer success, so it needs to be good and consistent. In the next video, we will discuss how to give your audience what they want.